Well, hello, hello. Good morning or afternoon to you, wherever you are. It's Wednesday, July 15th, 2026. I'm Manila Chan. Um, Ted Rall is on his potty break. Producer Robbie in the house, just in the nick of time. I was wondering
Howdy.
where you were.
I was
Hello,
making
hello.
coffee. I was making coffee.
Yeah, Robbie doesn't sleep much.
No.
I'm just saying.
No, I think I slept like 30 minutes last night.
Oh my, I hope that's not true, Robbie.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
no, it's
God.
true.
I bet it's true. I just wished it wasn't. I'm Manila Chan. That's producer Robbie. Ted Rawls on the potty break. He'll be back in a second. You are tuned into the Ted Manila Information Show, TMI Show for short, because we bring you way too much information. We do it live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So please be sure to hit the like, the share, the follow, the subscribe button, all that good stuff to help the show continue to grow. I think I just saw Ted. There be Ted. There be Ted.
Hey, Manila.
I'm letting your camera focus for a second.
Hey, Manila.
You know, a lot of people keep complaining, Ted, that they want your old microphone back. Where is your old microphone?
It's in my butthole. No, it's right here. But the problem is then I have to wear head. Why is it? Am I too soft?
Yeah, you're pretty quiet.
Everybody keeps saying your audio
All right,
isn't balanced with mine and Robbie's.
It's just like annoying. My ears get warm, but yeah, I'll do that. Okay.
Oh, quit crying, Ted. Look what I'm wearing.
I'm wearing the earbud. I can't see past my hair, but
oh right. Oh really? Okay.
I wear the earbuds because I don't want to mess up these gorgeous locks.
Well, I mean, seriously, I'm not one to talk down to anyone about their hair. So yeah.
I don't want to put, because then you get, well, Robbie has his head shaved, but then you get, if you wear those headphones for hours on end,
yeah,
and you get like the weird indentation.
Robbie would have Yanni. People don't realize his hair would look like Yanni if he didn't shave.
Who's Johnny?
Is that true?
No.
Do you have curly hair? No, I don't know. I've never seen Robbie. I've never thought to ask. Is your hair curly?
No, it's straight.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Like Ted's?
Like yeah, it's just normal white people's hair. Yeah, I'm not rocking a fro.
Yeah. Nobody knows. Your hair's always been shaved.
I mean, you got the wrong West for that. You have to get Kizzy. Well, Thomas, whenever we call him our little Jewish boy because whenever he doesn't cut his hair, it just kind of just goes out wild. It has my texture, but
it froze out.
But it's curly,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, he's mixed race. He has that good.
Is this any better?
Much better.
Really? Yeah. Louder? Better?
Yeah. Much better.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna ask the audience.
On deprogram, am I soft or is it just here?
You're kind of soft on both.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
The audience is not good.
I just fear it's because of age, and you just needed some pills to help make it hard. But there you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the audience, and there's obviously a little bit of a delay, but they have been commenting relentlessly for the last 2 weeks. I guess they got sick of it that they said your audio.
Tell Ted to cut the shit. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, they're like, he used to have a microphone. Where is it? Buy a new one if it's broken.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the whole point of the microphone. Yeah. That's why Manchild started the microphone fund last week. It's like, Ted, you need a microphone.
Well, I'm always like anything that'll involve raising more money,
Well, we should just do a donation tracker. Once you hit a certain amount, you can just show everyone your man boobs.
That's true. We need $5,000 for that.
Well,
someone asked me privately if I would do $2,500 for one boob, and I'm like, no, you have to have a volume discount. So $3,000 for one boob, $5,000 for both, obviously. And you guys don't know. I could be like that guy from the James Bond movie. I could have 3. You don't know.
Or you can, you know what?
Clovis has like 6.
Even boy cats have a lot of nipples.
I don't know. He seems like he has a lot. I don't really.
I don't know either.
I give him his privacy, but I think there's like 4, right?
But I'm a dog person, so I don't know about cats. Like boy dogs don't have the big rows of nipples.
They don't?
No.
They don't need them.
Well, sure.
No. So I don't know about cats.
All right, I'm gonna after the show, I'm gonna go and
I'm
inspect
very confused
Clovis's
right now.
chest.
I'm like, I don't know.
I'm not
Robbie,
Epstein.
you
I'm
tell
not
us.
fucking. I'm not getting up into my cat's grill.
I mean, does Clovis respect your privacy, Ted?
No, not at all. But
He
it's a
had his
one-way
butt in Ted's
relationship.
face the other
But
day.
it's a one-way relationship. I mean, everyone knows if you have a cat, the cat's in charge. I mean, you are the cat's slave. That's how this works.
JDC says, Ted, stop teasing us, you slut.
Quit being so fucking cheap. Cough up the lucre.
Yeah. And people still want Clovis cam.
Full frontal for 25,000. All right.
That's the other thing. We've talked about this for a long time, Ted, since last year. You keep swearing that you're gonna just put the camera like on an off show time. You're just gonna have TMI like after hours and just have it focused on Clovis.
No, I'm gonna do that. Also, we could do like you would know this, Robbie. Is nudity against Rumble rules?
Yes. I think that's how I would say this. So, they have blown up a couple of my videos because Baldur's Gate 3 has a couple of some nude scenes, and Rumble's just like that's just that this pixelated tits go too far. So if that's happening, I can 100% guarantee you, like if Manila decided to show us her goods,
animated tits got you in trouble?
Well, they get me in trouble. Like it wasn't a strike or nothing. Just took the video down. I turned right around and put it back up. So I mean, it's back up. But no, it is what it is. I think someone just complained. But no, Ted, if you were to just flash everybody, be fine because male boobs are not considered sexual. But if Manila
Ellen Page is doing it.
In New York City,
the
female boobs are not considered sexual even on the subway. Anyone can walk around topless legally in New York.
Well, Rumble's not New York.
It's probably not wise.
There are rules on Rumble. They're just like in New York, you can push people in front of subway trains, and people are like, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's uncouth anywhere else, Ted.
That's true. It's gauche.
Really, it's not. It's frowned upon. Don't push people off subway platforms. It's a New York thing. It's a New York thing, much like the accent. It stays there. It belongs there.
It stays there. What happens in New York stays in New York.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the interest of full disclosure, when Manila got new boobs after her cancer, I pushed for her to get D-sized tits, and she declined to do so.
Yeah, she was right.
No, that would look ridiculous on me. I don't have
that's
the right
exactly
frame
the problem.
to carry. It
doesn't. It doesn't stop
I'm not
people like Laura
in
Loomer from fucking up. But you.
Wait, what? Laura Loomer has like giant fake.
I don't know. She's all fake, right? I mean,
look at her face.
Her face is.
Her face is terrifying.
I don't know what's going on with Loomer's face. But I never really noticed. I couldn't get past the face. Let's just say that. But I'm a straight woman also, so I wasn't really looking.
No, I wonder if she has is she a
butterface?
Yeah, in other words, does she have a nice body? But who knows?
I don't know.
You can't get past her personality.
Well, that too.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that she's a crazy bitch. Yeah.
I mean, absolutely batshit insane. There are rumors that she was a he.
Yeah, there are such rumors. I don't know. I mean, it would be hard to tell, really. I mean, it's possible.
So Fang, as y'all know, she has her own X account, and so whenever she tags Laura Loomer, Fang always calls Laura Loomer a lying human because she lies all the time, and she also calls Laura Loomer Larry. Like she calls him Larry Loomer.
Well, a lot of right wingers who don't like her call her that, right?
Oh, it's a thing.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
So
she most recently got Max Blumenthal, a friend of mine, in trouble.
What did she do?
He was reporting from Iran on the Khamenei funeral.
Yeah,
and when
I saw
he was
some of that. Yeah,
coming back, she was basically calling before on his way back to the U.S. to Dulles, calling for CBP to detain him and interrogate him, that he's being funded by terrorists and he's colluding with Iran, whatever, her normal shtick. But at any rate, it happened.
What happened?
CBP detained him at Dulles and took his devices and were demanding,
That's disgusting.
So yeah, for the crime of doing journalism, but
I mean,
it's because
he
crazy
definitely
Larry
was doing definitely very pro Iranian kind of stuff, but whatever, it's still journalism.
he has the right to. He has the
Yeah,
right to.
he does.
I mean, unlike Israel, we have a First Amendment in this country. So, I mean, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So she very recently, I mean, we're talking just a few days ago, like last week maybe, was calling for his arrest and that he should be tried for treason for aiding and abetting our enemies for the crime of journalism.
Such a lovely person she is.
Yeah.
She also got the FBI after Tucker Carlson. He talked about it. And he just out exposed her. And she's like, yeah, I did it. So it's just like, well, props to Larry for at least admitting it.
Or him or whatever. They are awful, that Loomer person.
She's such a monstra.
I think that Larry Loomer probably has a bigger dick than Macron's husband does. Just saying.
Macron doesn't have a husband. She is a chick, and anyone would be happy
she's
to
only
have
a
her.
pedophile, Robbie.
Anyone would be happy to have her sit on their face. Anyone, any male.
Look, she's only a pedophile, Macron's wife. She's not a he. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, and Sean Pat in the chat. Yes, I guess they might be new to the show. I had breast cancer in 2024, went full double mastectomy, got a new set, and the boys were saying, well, no, just Robbie was advocating for giant jugs.
Yes.
What about your husband? Person. What did he have to say about this? Was he like, honey, just do what you want to do? Or was he, did he put in a request like, I want rhombus shape or?
No. He stayed out of it. And,
that's the proper answer. Yeah.
Whatever I felt.
They're your boobs. You do what you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. I got to live with them. I gotta be able to move my arms. It's my business. Right. So,
Kizzy said
late 2024. And then I don't know, that was September of 2024. And I found out a year later, almost a year to the date, found out I was pregnant in 2025.
Kizzy wanted to get breast reduction surgery. I told her, absolutely not. Those are too much fun to play with.
There's good reasons to have it, right? I mean,
if
you're suffering from back pain or whatever.
Yeah. Women with giant boobs, and I know several that have gotten breast reduction surgery.
Yeah,
they have, some are thin, some are heavier, some frames can carry more than others.
Sure.
But they all have this weird indentation from years of carrying pounds of weight on their chest, right? And like
they don't all have it. Trust me. That's not true.
The ones I know have like a weird indentation and their posture is kind of bad. And so I was not about to do that. It is to Ellen. No, what does she go by now?
Elliot.
Elliot
Page. Yeah, the training.
Elliot Page. Yes, to Elliot Page's point, perhaps it is freeing talking to my friends with big boobs to have smaller boobs once they trim them down.
I mean, as long as you don't go with the hair argument, like cutting your hair is like bad. Women, I mean, I know that's liberating too, but I think like long hair is just so gorgeous that it's worth like whatever inconvenience there is.
Yeah, I think I'm a big fan. Yeah, but it works sometimes if you're like Winona Ryder or like
Winona Ryder was cuter with longer hair. She's cute no matter what. She's just cute. But I mean, she's not cute she's cute despite the short hair, not because of it.
No, the pixie cut worked for her in the 90s.
Twiggy looked great with long hair, don't forget.
Really? I don't know. I liked her she was a pixie look. And Halle Berry, hello. Halle Berry had that.
Halle Berry is fucking gorgeous, but imagine her with longer hair.
She has long hair right now.
She'd go to 11. You know?
No, she's beautiful one way.
And by the way, I love a big fro too on a black chick. Natural is good.
Big Diana Ross hair.
Oh God, the best, amazing.
Diana in her heyday.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what I tell Kizzy is don't get the relaxers. Don't just be natural. So that's all you need to do. I love you the way that you are. Just rock the fro and keep the tits. All is well.
So did she
And there you are.
say,
That's
what
the
did she
TMI
say
show.
about the boobs? What did she say about that?
No, she's like, well, it's a mute no, it's a mute point because we couldn't afford to do it. Whatever, we couldn't afford to do it anyway.
Well,
but even,
mute and mood are not the same. Yeah. Anyway,
but whatever, Ted. But anyway, I'm retarded. Leave me alone. You want me to tell you a story or not?
yeah.
So,
Let's hear it.
So, but we couldn't afford it anyway because it's a cosmetic surgery, and so so that's one big thing. But the other thing is just like I kind of went into the whole argument there. If you can't love yourself for who you are, how can you expect anyone else to love you for what you want them to be? In short, be comfortable in the body that God gave you. It's not a mistake. And she's
God,
like, no,
God.
that makes sense.
Would you say that goes to, like, let's say you're born with, like, I had ridiculous buck teeth. I had orthodontic work when I was a kid. I had braces. Would it have been? It was like the human beaver. Should I have not done that? Should I have been happy with my buck teeth?
No, because that buck teeth actually causes
They're bad for you. Yeah.
Saw something. Yeah, there's a physical ailment to having big buck teeth and an overbite or underbite.
Well, I had an 11 millimeter overbite, so it was.
Don't get me wrong. Getting something fixed is one thing, but going through and just carving up your body because you want to look better, that's how you end up looking like lower limb.
So wait, you're opposed to my butt implants then?
Well, I offered
big boobs are not the same thing.
Listen, I offered to free of charge to remove the ass tags.
Oh, well.
And Ted declined.
No, that's true.
Listen, I'm right here.
No,
I got it.
I
can do this.
But it's taken care of. It's done.
Why do you want to look at Ted's butthole?
I think it's a sign of true friendship, and you should you should not interfere with the bromance that Robbie and I are.
I don't know what guy friendships are like, but if that's what it is, I'm glad I'm a girl.
It would be my privilege to remove your anal butt tags, Robbie.
Are you saying that you were never in when you were working at RT? If you're in there with a co-host or something or another anchor, y'all were in the changing room. Y'all never look at my boobs; they're so swollen today, and just
no, girls do that, but we're not.
It's the same thing.
Each other to.
He didn't ask. He didn't ask. He offered.
Sounds like such a hilarious porn plot. It's it's better than the pizza delivery guy. It's like the changing room at RT. It's like, hey, Manila. I couldn't help noticing. I couldn't help noticing. You look a little different.
You see, and that's when you start discussing oh, this bra sucks, or oh, this, what is the thing that women like to wear? Not a corset. It's Spanx.
The hell's a spank?
Spanx is like a new corset, kind of.
Yeah. It's like a stretchy corset, basically. That it's like underwear that
what it is, Robbie, is it's a cruel lie that women use on first dates to make you think they look different than they really do, and then you take off their clothes and it's like wah 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 wah. Yeah,
but to the point,
it's like a push-up bra but in reverse.
Right.
A push-in underwear.
No, because Ted has Obamacare and the subsidies are ended, so the prices have gone up. And because he's my friend, I decided to offer to do him a solid. I would go to New York because I've never been there. I'll go to New York and go visit my best friend, and then I've got my NRA knife. I would sterilize it, and I would just go in there and spread them cheeks and start carving.
We got to move on. It is Weird News Wednesday.
By the way, this thing is great for dressing out deer. So it would do.
Sharp. It has to be nice and sharp, though.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And this thing right here is great for skinning and gut
honestly,
things.
Honestly, the only thing that's missing is what they did was they shot it up with Novocaine, and they basically went just like that. So all you're missing is the painkiller. If I had some good Montana,
they sell topical
whiskey
numbing cream.
Yeah, that's true. And but some give me 180 proof Polish vodka. Done.
Right, that's such a weird Wednesday.
All right, let's go.
Every
let's do
Wednesday
it.
we promise to do weird shit. And this is a weird conversation from boobs to
Well, we should,
proctology snips.
I gotta just say, my standard of living has improved dramatically since I had my anal skin tags removed.
Really?
You can.
This is an operation that has a 98.4% satisfaction rate. I don't think.
But how does this change
marriage?
your life?
Look, romance certainly doesn't have a 98% satisfaction rate. I mean,
wait, tell me how this changed your life, Ted.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
Having
So,
little tags removed from
the tags.
the butt
The tags
hole.
were basically making it so that every time I took a shit, like wiping was this ordeal where you're not. Most people, they just have an anus and they just wipe, and then eventually, the paper's
you're saying
moving
we
stuff
take it
around.
for granted?
Yeah, but like when you have like these two little flaps there, then everything's like all these nooks and crannies, and you've got to like get in there.
Bidet.
Okay, that's great, but like you can't carry a bidet with you on the subway when you go out somewhere, right? So then what do you do? So you see, if you're going to a public restroom like in Central Park, what do you do? So so the point is, it was really hard to stay clean, and sometimes you'd miss, and then you'd have like a lot of shit stains, smears, like in your underwear, and you're like, oh, I'm gross. I'm like Joe Biden. Like, what the fuck is
skid mark
wrong?
Ted.
Yeah, skid mark Ted. Like, so gross. So it's like I went to Skid Mark University. Like, fuck that. Like, it was terrible. So I was like, I would do my best. I'd be doing this. Wet wipes help, but like, basically, the only time you could really get clean is in the shower.
Listen, your Indian girlfriend, who you should have married, by the way.
Well, she would have been in another. I couldn't, because I knew that one day I'd be friends with you, and then you would disapprove of the fact that I had brought in another foreign laborer into the workforce.
But that's okay though, because that was before the current immigration crisis. So she would have been grandfathered in, and I gave you an invitation to live here in Montana, which, by the way, you declined.
No, I've not declined. I'm still considering. Dude,
you have a house in New York. You're not going to move here.
You can sell. The houses can be sold.
Such a dick. Anyway, you take a water bottle.
What is wrong with today?
You take a water bottle and you just clean your ass with the water bottle and you call it good.
That's true.
I mean, don't pretend like you don't have options here.
Okay, so since we are talking about this, my Indian girlfriend, she availed herself of the traditional non-toilet paper Indian ass cleaning option.
Was she cute?
Oh, she was like she had the body of an Indian temple goddess, like basically like, whoop, 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 like
little waist, big on top, big on bottom.
All the curves, all the curves where straight men want them. So she was adorable, big eyes. So the thing is, that said, she wasn't good at the wiping situation was less than 99% effective. And so sometimes during intimate times, it would be like there'd be a very unpleasant surprise. And it was like not just skid marks in the underwear. It's like skid marks on the bed sheets, or you get down there and things are like, and you're like, and you're very unhappy. Yeah. So I can't recommend that system.
Well, then what you do then is that you then civilize her, like the French were want to do.
Robbie.
In South Asia.
You're saying like I should have gone full Raj on her?
Well, yeah. So okay, so here's how. So if we're going to be together, this is what's going to be required. You've got to clean your ass.
So you're saying some neocolonialism was required?
Well, obviously,
I should have been like in other words, we should have role played and been like, "Hello, madam. I am from the Dutch East India Company."
You could have been the master. She could have been the subservient. Exactly.
I am bringing you toilet paper.
And the sarong.
I mean, no, listen, if we're able to train Black people to live here in America how to use toilet paper, there's no reason why you cannot train an Indian.
I'm going to send both of you to the background and move on with stories.
No, maybe this is why she was deported. She couldn't learn how to clean her ass. Like, you're done.
What is happening today? Oh my God.
So for those of you who are new to TMI,
we live up to the name. We really do.
True.
And we encourage all of you to share your TMI if you have a similar experience, like butthole tags or
And by the way, I just want to spare and say
job.
she was so cute that despite this issue, I didn't
Oh.
break up with her.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I know a lot of
But I
Indians
did have
still,
this. I
and
did
they're
have a
very-
workaround. Like, honey, let's take a shower together. Let me.
clever.
and then you
Let's
wash
hop
it.
in the hot
Yeah.
tub.
Yeah, exactly.
Ted Bundy Cockefeller. What's that, Robbie? Are you saying that much like Lindsey Graham, Ted Rall has little ladybugs? He used to have ladybugs.
Ladybugs?
What are ladybugs?
Ass fun,
Ass what?
like hamsters.
Wait, what?
Ass tags. You like to have anal play.
Tags.
Wait, so
I don't
Lindsey
know, a
Graham
lot.
had ass tags?
No, Lindsey Graham liked to have anal stimulation.
Some
Oh,
booty,
cool.
booty
Well,
play.
Yeah, one.
So
It does.
maybe he
That
had-
would seem clear. Yeah. Mhm.
So
Would that be like the equivalent of like like what do you guys call beef curtains or something? I've heard men say.
That's
that like the
that's the
equivalent?
big labia thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So is
yes.
that like the
Meat
equivalent,
curtains.
like in the
Meat
back?
curtains. Yeah.
Meat curtains. Meat
Yeah,
curtains.
John wants to know. Oh my God, do you know what little? Do you not know little ladybugs? I assume that you're talking about ass play. So no, please
no idea.
inform
I have
us
no
of what
idea what that
Yeah, I
ladybugs.
have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know any of these.
Look, lots of men
pop
love
culture-
anal stimulus who are straight. Lots of non-Lindsey Graham, non-Zionist, non-warmongering psychopaths like to have their buttholes played with.
Okay.
JDC says allegedly Lindsey Graham had moles on his genital area and referred to them as his little ladybugs to
Oh,
sex workers.
well, those are genital warts, yo. Oh, he
This
had
Wednesday-
he had the French
Okay.
tickler down there. What?
This is weird. I asked for Weird News Wednesday.
So, I mean, that's like a little extra frottage for his friends. So,
Ugh, gross.
little extra
Gross. All
in
right.
every
Let's
way.
go. I'm just reading these stories. Goodbye, men.
Let's
Goodbye.
not do the stories.
All I can say is if you're with
Oh,
Lindsey
God.
Graham, you got to double bag that shit. Anyway, yeah.
Ew. Just ew. Okay. So space had 2 breakthroughs this week. Space, outer space, not the space between
Your
heads,
asshole.
cheeks.
Yeah.
One could help build the future. The other could explain the past. So this week brought 2 extraordinary space stories that at first glance seem completely unrelated. One involves giant mirrors in orbit designed to shine sunlight back onto Earth, because what can go wrong, Ted, when you create false daylight with real sunlight?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
What could go wrong there? The other involves sugar floating between the stars. Hey, don't we live? Wait, do we live in the Milky Way? Is that right? Don't we live in the Milky Way? Is that what it's named after?
We do. That is where we live. By the way, but parenthetically, Manila, and this is important. If you like to look at the stars and you live in a place away from light pollution, this is a
Like
really
Robbie?
good time of the week to go look at the Milky Way and other stars, because it's very moonless and relatively cloudless in much of the country. So if if you're up at like midnight, go out and take a look outside.
Oh, how neat. Well, this apparently they found sugar floating up there near the stars. So together they paint a fascinating picture of humanity's future and perhaps its origins. I'm not going to bring Robbie on because then he's going to say that is not how we began.
No, that's true.
First, the engineering. A California startup called Reflect Orbital has received approval to launch its first experimental space mirror, a satellite carrying an ultra-thin reflective sheet, roughly 60 feet long. So, Ted, I imagine like if it's a sheet, it's going to be like, remember in the 80s when people would tan with those reflector things?
Yep.
Like they'd hold, like I feel like it's something like that.
Probably.
The concept is surprisingly simple. Instead of producing light, the satellite acts like a giant mirror, reflecting sunlight onto a selected location on Earth after sunset. Why would anyone want that? The company envisions providing, they say, sunlight on demand for solar farms, emergency response, disaster recovery, construction projects, remote mining operations, and regions that experience long periods of winter darkness. Reflect Orbital ultimately hopes to deploy tens of thousands of these mirrors in low Earth orbit over the next decade. Not everyone is thrilled. Astronomers warn that a massive constellation of reflective satellites could dramatically increase light pollution, interfere with telescopes, disrupt wildlife, and permanently alter the night sky. Critics argue that once thousands of mirrors are in orbit, the consequences could be impossible to reverse. Like I said, Ted,
You
what could
think?
go wrong if you create daylight all day? Meanwhile, astronomers made another discovery, this one far beyond Earth. Scientists have identified erythrulose, a naturally occurring 4-carbon sugar found in raspberries, inside a giant cloud of gas and dust near the center of the Milky Way. It's the first confirmed detection of a true sugar in interstellar space. So, why does that matter? Sugars are fundamental building blocks of biology, while erythrulose itself isn't the sugar that forms DNA or RNA. Laboratory experiments suggest it can transform into biologically important sugars under the right conditions. The discovery strengthens the idea that some of its essential ingredients may have formed before the Earth existed itself inside vast molecular clouds that later gave birth to stars, planets, comets, and asteroids. In a sense, these two stories mirror each other. One asks whether humanity can engineer space to improve life on Earth. The other suggests that space may have engineered the ingredients for life long before humanity arrived. The universe, it seems, isn't just a place we explore anymore. It's becoming both our laboratory, well, ain't that right, and perhaps the source of our own origin story. So that's kind of cool. I just kind of combined the two science stories, but I'm really Dr. Reese would be fucking furious, Ted, about the light pollution. Look, the light pollution that we already have, and I learned all of this from the good Dr. Reese. Um, the light pollution that we already have is already confusing, like let's say flocks of geese or other migratory birds, right? Whole flocks get lost and they follow the leader and they go the wrong place and they end up getting chopped up by wind farms and I mean, this is all true. They get confused navigationally. Like this is how you start hordes of animals going in the wrong way because they don't know anymore if it's nighttime, daytime, wintertime, summertime. I mean, literally, you start fucking with. We're talking about sunlight here, the fundamental, like celestial requirement for life.
True.
You fuck up the balance. I mean, this isn't like a debate that we have of like rising water or whatever that, that can take some time. But the moment you start shining light in a place where it's not supposed to have light, you start fucking with the microcosm of like microbes there and all the way up, right? From the bugs all the way up to the big animals in that place. And then humans. Yeah, the argument could be, oh, it's gonna fix people with what's that winter is it SAD?
Yes,
Seasonal
seasonal
affective
affective
disorder?
disorder. Yes.
Like, yeah, you can say, "Oh, okay, it's gonna help those people. It's gonna help people in Anchorage, Alaska, so they're not in, you know, they don't live that scary life like that Robin Williams movie. Remember when he's in what's it called? What was it called? That was
Um,
so good. You know what I'm talking about? That was a good movie. I haven't thought about that in a
which
long time.
movie? What's
He lives like in Alaska, I think, and I think he works, I don't know, developing photos, like so and I forget what it's called, but I think he was like a killer or something. It was a
I
dark
don't know.
movie,
I don't
Robin
know.
Williams.
All
But
right.
anyway, that's when I was like, "Oh man, I would go crazy too if half the year it was dark, like all the time."
Sure.
Um, but it's a Robin Williams movie, so good. And because we're so used to oh, I miss Robin Williams. Um, Great Robin Williams movie. I forget what it's called. Photo something, maybe? But anyway, um, the earth has its natural balance, and some places aren't supposed to be lit up all the time. The earth was made that way. Why do we have to go fucking with it, Ted? Other than collecting that sweet lucre, like you said, not this Milky Way sugar dust. I mean, actual, they're trying to make money, obviously.
Right.
Like, fucking leave shit alone, man. It just that pisses me off, and I'm for great new inventions or whatever, but this ain't one of them. I'm not a fan of this. I can't believe. Well, I guess I can believe the Trump administration would give them a conditional approval for
Yeah, I don't
this.
want to get into it, but these are the same. It's the Trump administration who also wants to change to permanent daylight savings time, which is also retarded.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I hate the clock changing, but I
Well,
get why we do it.
changing the
but
clock is a problem, and it causes all
Marco
sorts of.
Rubio is a fan of that. You know
Yeah,
that,
but we
right?
should go to
Pitched it
permanent.
when he was in-
Scientists say we should go to permanent standard time.
Oh, okay. That's the one I like. Not daylight saving is when do we spring it forward or do we fall it back when it's daylight saving?
It's daylight. We spring forward. Like right now, we're in daylight savings.
Like right now we're in daylight saving.
Mm-hmm. So, like this morning, when where I live, it started to the sun came up around 5. So if we fell back, it would have been dark an extra hour. No, is that true?
So the sun
if we fell
would
back
then
at
feel
5 o'clock, it would be 4 o'clock, right? So that means
Right.
the sun really wouldn't have come up until 6. That's more natural. That's right.
Yeah, Marco Rubio, he introduced that bill in the Senate.
By the way, well,
when he
Mark,
was
you
senator.
know, this is a business thing, right? Like basically, the businesses think that we will shop more after work if there's more daylight. So, like in the winter.
That makes sense.
So that it's all about business. It's not good for people, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's an artificial thing. It doesn't hurt the environment that we're doing that. I hate that we're
yeah.
literally fucking with daylight. Like, don't do
that's
that.
Insane. That's insane. Yeah. Well,
Don't fucking do
it's
that.
bioengineering. It's insane.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
So, New York Governor Kathy Hochul has signed an executive order imposing the nation's first statewide moratorium on new hyperscale data centers that use more than 50 or more megawatts. That's roughly enough electricity to power tens of thousands of houses. This moratorium is only for a year. The reason is that the facilities threaten to raise utility bills, drain natural resources, and create uncertainty for local communities, and they don't really provide any jobs. Big tech gets the profits. People who are working communities have to pay for all the infrastructure and higher rates. Kathy Hochul's order pauses new state environmental permits while regulators prepare a statewide environmental review that will cover electricity demand, water use, water quality, and air pollution. She told officials to create a framework requiring data center developers to negotiate community benefits, potentially including infrastructure improvements, childcare funding, local hiring, union apprenticeships, prevailing wages, and direct financial support. So in New York, if you want to build one of these things, you're going to have to do a few extra things. She's also looking at repealing state sales tax exemptions for data centers, is considering a fund that would force developers to help pay for new grid transmission, clean generation, and battery storage. And New York already has some of the nation's highest residential electricity prices, while more than 12 gigawatts of large power users are waiting to connect to the grid. Utilities have to build generation and transmission for that demand. And unless regulators stop them, the public will end up subsidizing companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Meta. So, good for Kathy Hochul. I don't think it goes far enough. We could just do without these entirely. Why don't we just say, ixnay? If you want to have a giant data center in New York State or any other state, why don't you just build your own separate power source for it? And if you do that, you can do whatever you want, but just don't be sucking on the public tit.
Yeah. They're I read, I can't remember exactly the details, but I read how and why your utility bills would go up if these data centers pop up in your town. Um, but all the fat cats there, in Silicon Valley, they rake in the profits. Their board approves whatever, and then all the investors and stuff just rake in cash hand over fist, and all the poor people that live in like working class and middle class communities like mine, we get the big hum of these, they're bigger than Amazon warehouses, and they use up all the fresh water, the clean water. um it You get the noise pollution, you get, like, who knows. Look, we found out there is some truth to some of that tinfoil hat theory about like 5G and the radiation microwaves or whatever. Um, we don't know yet what this would look like, putting it in the middle of a community. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, why don't you go to like rural nowhere land? Why do you have to build them like in the middle of downtown Buffalo? Right? Like, why?
Well, you can see why they'd want to build them all over the country, because it would reduce their risk to have them all over. Like, hey, if a tornado wipes out your data center in Oklahoma, you've still got your one in Buffalo, right? So it's like that. Also, the transmission
But they want to
lines.
put them in towns, like in towns.
Well, that
like
way also
here,
you're
like Northern
that way
Virginia.
you're also bringing the data. It doesn't have to travel as far, and they're not paying for that. So
Oh, fucking assholes. Like, yeah, maximize profits.
that's all
So
it
I don't
is,
know.
of course.
One year, Kathy Hochul, I guess, good on Kathy Hochul. Better than nothing, I guess. I don't know what else anyone else is doing about it, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a start. Oh, here. Hundreds of thousands of bottles of a popular antidepressant have been recalled. Ted, we've talked about all these, psychiatric drugs. But this is a new problem to add to the other side problems of taking all of these psychotropic drugs. Another widely prescribed medication has landed on the FDA's recall list. This one's duloxetine, the generic version of Cymbalta, a medication commonly prescribed for depression, anxiety, fibromyalgia, and certain types of chronic nerve pain. Oh, wow. So it's multi-use. Nearly 375,000 bottles have been voluntarily recalled after testing found elevated levels of N-nitrosoduloxetine, a nitrosamine or samine nitrosamine
Just rolls right
impurity,
off the tongue.
a nitrosamine impurity that exceeds the FDA's recommended safety limits. The word carcinogen understandably grabs attention, but here's the context. Nitrosamines are a family of compounds found naturally in small amounts in small amounts in food, such as cured meats, grilled food, so food that you throw on the grill, like 4th of July food, dairy products, and even some vegetables. The concern isn't single exposure. Rather, the FDA says long term exposure to elevated levels above the acceptable daily intake could increase the risk of cancer over the course of many years. The recall has been classified as a class 2, meaning the FDA believes the probability of serious health consequences is relatively low, and that any adverse effects would likely be temporary or medically reversible. No illnesses linked to the recalled medication have been publicly reported so far. Health officials stress one critical point: don't stop taking your antidepressants without talking to your doctor.
Duh.
Abruptly discontinuing duloxetine can cause withdrawal symptoms, including dizziness, nausea, headaches, irritability, insomnia, and brain zaps. I don't know what that means. Brain zaps, and may also trigger a return of depression or anxiety. Patients should instead check whether their prescription matches one of the recalled lots and consult their pharmacist or healthcare provider about replacement. This is also not the first time nitrosamines have forced drug recalls. Over the past several years, regulators have pulled or recalled batches of medications, including valsartan, uh, I don't know what the medical name, Zantac is the brand, metformin, a lot of old people on metformin, varenicline, which is Chantix. Oh, I think that's smoking cessation. After similar contaminants were discovered during manufacturing. Those incidents prompted the FDA and manufacturers to expand testing for nitrosamine impurities across the pharmaceutical supply chain. The bigger story isn't necessarily the one that one antidepressant has been recalled. It's that modern drug manufacturing has become so global that and chemically complex that ensuring purity now requires constant monitoring. Sometimes the biggest challenge isn't inventing the medicine; it's making sure every pill is clean down to the last one. And that's true too about like all the party drugs, Ted. I'm just going to say from like, let's say 1999, 2000, you know, if you're going to be rolling on that E, it's not what it was in the year 2000. I'm
I'm
just
not
going to
sure
say.
it was what it was in 2000.
Yeah, I may or may not have some experience, Ted. I'll just say
Mm-hmm.
there's not a chance in fucking hell I would touch anything today because everything is cut with like fentanyl and you'll probably die. Now on this what is this feminine? Uh what is this? What did I say? Duloxetine is the type nitrosamine. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But so I started wondering, Ted, if there's stuff like if you find nitrosamines, it's not just a contaminant, but it's a naturally occurring thing. I started looking into this morning because I was like, well, how does that happen? So I asked our AI overlords, are nitrosamines used in deli meats? And the AI said, not intentionally. What
Funny.
is what is intentionally added are nitrites and nitrates, which serve several purposes: prevent the growth of deadly bacteria such as botulism. It helps preserve the meat. It maintains that fake pink color that consumers associate with ham, bacon, hot dogs, deli meats, and it contributes to that cured flavor. The problem is that nitrites can react with proteins during processing or cooking, um, or digestion that forms nitrosamines that are known carcinogens. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how these like deli meat companies, I don't know, we'll just go with Oscar Mayer, how they can get around promoting their hams and whatever hot dogs without having to put a warning out there like a tobacco warning, right? That it's a carcinogen. Um, is because it something happens when you eat it, that your body kind of connects the dots and makes nitrosamines. And so I continued to ask AI. I said, um, how popular are sandwiches in America?
Well,
And if that
sandwiches are pretty popular. Yeah.
yeah, and I asked if that was what's contributing to like the rise of like various gastrointestinal cancers. And AI says, um, sandwiches are very popular. Americans eat an estimated 300 million sandwiches every day. Roughly half of all the adults eat at least one sandwich on any given day. Sandwiches account for about 20% of daily caloric intake among adults, on the days that they are consumed. Deli meats, ham, turkey, roast beef, salami, bologna, pastrami, pepperoni are among the most common sandwich fillings, which have a lot of this, the nitrites and nitrates, right? And
Sure.
so, does it increase cancer risk?
Probably.
The
Yeah.
evidence is quite strong. In 2015, the International Agency for Research on Cancer, part of the WHO, classified Processed meat as a group 1 carcinogen, the same category used for tobacco and asbestos. What the
That's actually terrifying. Yeah.
It groups deli meats into cigarettes and asbestos?
Yeah.
The
Absolutely
classification,
terrifying.
that's fucking terrifying. So, like, goodbye Jimmy John's, like, goodbye Subway sandwiches. Um, the classification does not mean processed meat is as dangerous as smoking. I don't know. I think big sandwich is involved in Google Gemini here. It means the evidence that it can cause cancer is similarly convincing. The strongest association is with colorectal cancer. And it goes on to say, if you eat 50 grams of processed meat per day, that's not a lot. 2 slices of ham, 1 hot dog, or just several slices of salami increases your colorectal cancer risk by roughly 18%. That's crazy. So, nitrosamines are considered a plausible contributing factor to colorectal, stomach, and esophageal cancers.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So there's your crazy food knowledge for the day. Like, now I'm scared to eat a fucking sandwich.
And you should be.
Is any food in America safe? Like,
Not really. Look, obviously organic is better than non-organic. And, farm store food is better than non, of course, obviously.
Yeah, Matina says, so if you get a slice of ham from the deli slab, it has this? Yes, Matina. It's created in the process of making it. So it has this almost like a dormant, I guess that's my understanding of the article, is it has this dormant thing, then whatever chemical name, and then once it either forms on its own once it touches the meat, or when it touches your mouth, and then your body helps fill in the gaps and it makes this thing, this carcinogenic thing. So it's not just in your antidepressant pills, it's in your deli meats. It's the same thing. But because in the simplest way, if you look at it like, okay, Oscar Mayer makes, sliced ham. It doesn't include nitrosamines, but after it's created, it sits in the container and then it develops on its own. So I would say that's how they managed to skirt having to slap a tobacco type label on it.
We should move on.
I love sandwiches, Ted. It's very sad. I'm very sad.
You papal dispensation. Okay, in what may be one of the boldest exercises in corporate word games this year, United Airlines has argued in federal court that a window seat doesn't actually need a window. The airline is defending itself against a proposed class action lawsuit filed by passengers who paid extra, you may have read about this, for premium window seats, like, for example, the window seats that are in the exit row, only to discover that they were staring at a blank section of airplane wall without a window. The affected seats exist on certain Boeing 737s, 757s, and Airbus A321s, where aircraft design leaves some rows without windows. United's legal argument: according to court filings, the word window merely describes the seat's location along the side of the aircraft, not a promise that you'll actually have, a window. By that logic, perhaps a cheeseburger is simply any sandwich that occupies the same position as cheese, but does not actually have cheese. A swimming pool is any random hole in the ground. Fortunately, U.S. District Judge James Donato called bullshit on this. He's ruling that the lawsuit against United can move forward, finding it plausible that passengers who paid for a window seat reasonably expect a window. The judge also rejected United's argument in their legal filings that federal airline law shields it from those claims. So interestingly, despite all of this, United's actually started to work on the problem, which is sort of a tacit admission that they're wrong. After the lawsuits were filed, the airline quietly updated its booking system to label certain seats "no window," which raises the question: if a window seat never implied the existence of a window, why is there now a warning that there's no window? So, I think this is it's a great story. And I guess it goes to me that the whole center of it is, how important is it to people that there be a window in their row? I mean, obviously, most premium seating is what differentiates it. Premium economy, what differentiates premium economy from regular economy is increased pitch, space for your knees. There's more space between rows. Typically anywhere between, I think it's 18 inches between the front of the seat and the back of the seat in front of you on airlines like American. And I think it goes up to 22 to 24 inches on airlines like Delta and JetBlue. So people who, are like me, I'm 6'2", 6'3", I like to have a little extra room. So people sometimes pay a substantial amount of money more. It could be $50 more, it could be $100 more to get like a few extra inches.
Legroom.
You're getting a little more legroom, right? So the question is do you care about getting a window? Now, if I'm seated next to the window on a red eye, I actually don't give two shits about the fucking window because there's nothing to see on the overnight, and I'm going to be sleeping, and I have the window seat, and I'm leaning up against the bulkhead, and maybe not even having the window is even beneficial. But during the day, first of all, I'm a window seat person. I always try to get the window seat. I'm like a little boy. I like to look out the window at the clouds.
I like the aisle.
And the aisle is, of course, beneficial if you think you're going to have to get up a lot to go pee. But basically, I'm not really that shy about making people move because I know that I'm saving them from deep vein thrombosis. So I'm really doing them a favor. So it's like, you get up, that's okay. You can stand to get up, right? So I'm a window seat person. But even if I don't have the window seat, I find it very beneficial to have the light. It's one of the things that irritates me when people sit in the window seat, and if they close their window during the day, I get really irritated. I'm like it fucks up my circadian rhythms. I'm like, it's just the daytime. I don't want to feel like it's night. Also, I like to look out. See where we are. Are we about to land? I like to see the clouds, even if I'm like on the aisle. I like to sort of.
When you're 35,000
it also gives
feet,
me a sense of balance.
See.
Pardon?
When you're 35,000 feet up, you can't see where we are.
No, you cannot. But when you're 1,000 feet up, you can see where you are.
Sure.
So
I
nice
only
to have
care
the
if there's a view. Like, it's nice when you're coming into Reagan National and you're banking around and you see like all the monuments and stuff. That's kind of cool.
It's very cool.
When you fly into Paris and it banks around, the outer skirts of Paris, and you see the Eiffel Tower, like glittering at night, for example. Oh, it's so beautiful. And so like you feel romantic, right? You're like, oh, the city of lights.
Well, you're probably not likely to fly into there from the United States at night, because most flights from the United States to Paris land in the morning after a red eye.
I've departed from Paris at night.
Oh, really?
Okay. Banks around.
That's cool.
Banks around, and it's beautiful seeing the Eiffel Tower all lit up and stuff, and you're like, oh, it really is the city of lights. Like, it's beautiful.
Now that's
outside of places like that.
But if you pay for, the point is that I think, can you agree that I think you can? Do you agree with me that a window does add value, right, to a seat?
Sure. Like, for me, I don't care. I would prefer the aisle because I'd prefer to like get up. I have bad knees.
But
even
if you're in the aisle, does having a window 2 seats over add or anything for you? It adds a little bit.
For me. Not for me. I really don't care.
It's
I
not
have
a negative.
My face in the book.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just have my face in the book, or I'm asleep. So I really don't. I don't care.
But more to the point, honestly, like.
But if you're booking and it says window seat,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're entitled to getting a fucking window. Like, you can't sell me. Let's say I order a dress online and it says a red dress, and that you ship me a
Blue
white
one.
dress.
Right. You didn't get what you paid for.
Right. And they're like, well, you really are just ordering the dress and we're getting you the right cut, the right size.
And we think you'd look better in white.
and red is really just a description of a color. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the one you're getting.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
fuck no, I'm sending this back.
Look, people do care about whether it's a window seat or not. And
Yeah.
it's really, to tell you the truth, I don't even think they should even have seats that face just a blank wall.
A wall?
Like, at all. It's like, or it should be really, really cheap. It's like, this is a $40 seat.
It's way in the back. It's way in the back.
No, that's not true at all, Manila. That's not true.
Well, I never noticed where it doesn't have a window more towards the front.
It's like seat number 11 or number 9 something. Yeah, on the
in the middle.
How much of a dork I am.
Front?
Toward the front, yeah.
So right after first class.
Yeah, it has something to do. Yeah, it has something to do with like something that's in the wall that they had to put in there. Some kind of guidance system or something. It's a design thing.
I have sat in one of those and I was just like, that's weird. But it didn't bother me, so I didn't pay for an upgrade or anything. It just,
well, the worst is like, honestly, you know what's a fucking outrage is to be seated in the back seat and it's a back seat that doesn't recline. That should just be illegal. I mean, why on earth would there be a seat that doesn't recline, but the seat in front of you can? Like, what? Like, that's insane.
I hate airlines because, we're all, I'm not big. I'm a small person. And even still, like, I feel cramped. Well, for me, if I'm traveling alone, it's usually because they like to stick me in the middle between two heavier people.
Because you're small. They're like, oh, she'll be fine.
Because I'm small. Yeah, if they see me, they're like, oh, we're just going to assign her this seat. Like, fuck. And what happens is they put me in between two very large people who spill over into the middle seat.
Manila, I'm having a flashback to our old show on the network. Canadian wildfire terrorism is striking right now, even as we speak.
Wait, you have
the sky is turning orange. It's from Canada.
No kidding. Mm-hmm. Again? Well, there's it's supposed to be heat advisory up and down the
it makes it worse. The haze is worse because it's hot. Yeah.
Oh, the environment. Who cares? That's the new tagline.
Whatever.
Yeah. Environment. Who cares?
Environment. Yeah.
Eat your sandwiches. You're just gonna die from fucking forest fires.
Shut the fuck up.
Just eat your Jimmy Johns and just wait. Just wait for the day.
Insane. Yeah.
Robbie says not to brag. It's 65 here. Wow.
I know. I'm mad at Robbie.
In July? That's
they say that like cold weather in the summer encourages homosexuality, Robbie.
Robbie, is there an ad we got to get to before we say bye? No, nothing today.
No ad, but I did find Mustache Guy though, so we're going to rate him and make his day again.
Great.
Oh, the same gamer guy that he was really nice.
Yeah.
He was so kind.
He has a whopping one person watcher. I'm pretty sure it's him. So we'll make his day. But no, there's no ad.
Mustache Bro.
Yeah.
The Mustache
I have no idea what the hell he's called, but that's what I have christened him, Mustache Guy. Yeah,
he was really nice. All right. So that's all we got. Sorry we started the day with all kinds of weird TMI, but it's the TMI show. Thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Adios, amigos.
Bye.
Bye.